So I'm going to go over what Monish Pabrai means by inflation indexed and his investment into Resos and why, even though if Turkey were in hyperinflation, why it still worked out for them. So essentially, Turkey is experiencing massive hyperinflation. The currency is worth a fraction of what it was in just a few years, right? You have this whole situation going on. Everyone and their brother is leaving the country in terms of investing, right? So you've got a few companies or large amounts of companies which have just been thrown out, hated, and the valuations are massively depressed. Now, do all of them deserve it? No. Do most probably deserve their valuations to have dropped drastically? Probably yes. Right, but Monish has what he's really well done is sort of navigated the ones which aren't deserving of having dropped massively. So one of the bets he made or investments he made was into Resos, and Resos was inflation indexed. And what he meant by this was that the value of buildings, the value of concrete to produce the building, the value of the labor is always going to be worth something, particularly the concrete itself. You can't just go and get concrete at the fraction of a price of concrete being sold on the market. So these buildings are always going to be worth something. And therefore, the housing prices stayed, the commercial real estate prices stayed somewhat stable, and they're always going to be worth something there. And based on this, he could estimate that the buildings were worth $700 million when the company was just trading at 16 million. That's right, you could buy the entire company at $16 million for $700 million worth of property, plus all the other various businesses they have alongside it. And now management has grown that 700 million in assets to 1 billion. And the reason he was able to come out so well, even though his dollars which he put in got destroyed by inflation from him when he returned them out of Turkish lira. The reason he was still able to make so much money is because that discrepancy was so large and he was inflation indexed. It was protected for that very reason, because concrete isn't going to get any cheaper or significantly cheaper anywhere else. So that's something that you need to take into account, and has served him very well in these sort of pockets where he likes to call the hated and unloved. What is it that everyone hates and is unloved that nobody knows about, that's forgotten? That's sort of something he's focused on in his value investing journey, and I think has a lot of potential there. That's all. Thank you for listening.